After my discoveries in Addis Ababa, I took a flight up north to the Ethiopian highlands, where I was to behold one of Ethiopia's most sacred of places. I arrived in Lalibela, a seemingly quiet town in the middle of a vast wilderness. Finally, I made it to my destination, the Hotel Maribela.
Welcome, Mr. J. Welcome, Maribela Hotel.
Thank you very much. Very happy to meet everyone. I look forward to the stay here in Lalibela.
The smell of incense has followed me throughout my travels in Ethiopia, and it was the same as I made my way through the lobby. Together with the hotel's traditional design, really felt like I was visiting a different place in time.
Wow, what a nice view.
This is the best view we have in Lalibela. As you can see, we have this river deep valley, the perfect sunset, all rolling mountains.
As far as you can see.
Exactly, exactly.
Wow, I can stay here all day and just take it easy.
So I'll leave you alone. Enjoy the view.
Okay, thank you.
With my home base established, I prepared myself for a journey that will take me back thousands of years into medieval Ethiopia. That's up next. I am now in the ancient, sacred city of Lalibela in northern Ethiopia. The land is very fertile, and it was in this similar setting that an important crop was first discovered by nomadic mountain people. Coffee originated in the southern highlands of Kaffa and is a very important part of Ethiopian culture. Sephew invites me to a coffee ceremony, and an invitation is always a mark of friendship and hospitality.
This coffee ceremony played a vital role in bringing together neighbors, families to address some of the problems with different local people. It is, as I told you, more of socializing your life. So it takes about an hour, even more. So this is the coffee beans. We call this coffee Arabica, which is produced only in Ethiopia. Very, very popular. The flavor is very nice. And so she starts washing this one, and the next phase, roast it. She will show you later on.
The ceremony is usually performed by a young woman, dressed in traditional white Ethiopian dress. She has all her coffee apparatus ornately laid out, including the cups for serving. Incense is burning throughout the ceremony, its fragrance mixing with the scent of roasting beans.
The whole idea of this coffee ceremony is the way to relax and discussing a number of issues.
Since I didn't want to bore Sephew with my litany of issues, I took the time to ask him about their very cozy hotel in this excellent location.
As you have seen, it's placed in the best location and just a walking distance from the Lalibela hewn churches.
The fragrant smell of the roasted beans signaled that they were ready.
Wow. Wow. Nice smell.
So now the next phase is going to be pounding the coffee beans. How long normally it takes to prepare coffee at home? A matter of minutes?
Yeah, less than a minute. And I see now that really it takes time and you can talk and enjoy.
Yes. So this is the powder.
Yes.
After she pound it, so you can smell it actually. And,
wow, very nice, huh?
A very strong one. So now, before we drink coffee, we always have something to eat.
And this is a regular wheat bread.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Okay. Now the coffee is ready.
Yes.
She will take it out and keep it for a while.
Oh, so you don't drink right away?
Exactly. So let me tell you one tradition. In the rural areas, those people who don't like sugar, who cannot get sugar, we add salt.
salt.
Gently salty, exactly. That's part of the culture.
I think I like to try that.
So you can try with salt.
Okay, this is the first time I'll have salt in my coffee. The aroma is so good.
It is polite to have at least 3 cups, as the third one is believed to carry a blessing. And by the third round, the spirit is said to be transformed by the taste of pure coffee, the way it has always been prepared for thousands of years. Feeling very energetic from my divine caffeine experience, I headed out with Sephew as the morning light hit the mountains of Lalibela. All over the mountain roads, I saw people and livestock climbing up the steep slopes to get to the town. These people have traveled far and wide, sometimes over the course of a few days, just to come here. Today is Saturday, and Lalibela's market day.
Oh, that's why everybody's here in town.
So people maybe from 50 kilometers away from here come here to buy and sell things.
People carry heavy loads on their backs, and I can't even lift a bundle.
Why? Why does everybody have sticks?
One, they used to defend themselves from unexpected attack.
I see. Okay.
And second, when they walk, they can lean. They walk really a long way when they are tired.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, otherwise they can use also as a fur clip.
Okay.
Look at this gentleman, that's right behind you.
So he carries at the back.
We followed the stream of people, oxen and donkeys to an extensive part of the valley filled with market stalls.
And the marketplace has such a nice view, huh?
It is, as you can, so colorful.
Yes.
Mind you, around midday,
Yes.
it absolutely will be packed full of people. And it's difficult to even to see your friends, and even too difficult to move, as you have said. Yes.
All kinds of goods are being sold here, and the place had a very busy, exciting energy. It was a very colorful scene, and one that could very well have taken place during the time of Christ. But all of these things I have seen here have yet to prepare me for the next day's discoveries. Together with Sephew, I went on to explore Lalibela's most thought-provoking facet, its rock-hewn churches. Almost all of town's population practices the Ethiopian Orthodox religion, one of the earliest forms of Christianity. Hidden deep within its mountains are these World Heritage churches that has inspired awe for over 900 years. While the rest of the world were erecting churches and temples from the ground up, Ethiopians were digging from the top of the mountains going down and carving each structure out of one single rock. These marvels in stone are credited to King Lalibela, who reigned in the 12th century. Though not of Solomonic dynasty, he ruled with such a religious fervor that today he is a saint in the Ethiopian church. It is said that he saw Jerusalem in a vision, and he wanted to build one so that the pilgrims from his country no longer had to take the perilous journey to the Holy Land. Hence, each area is named after a biblical counterpart: Bethlehem, the tomb of Adam, all connected by a network of passages, tunnels, and catacombs that lead to each of the 11 churches.
Particularly on this side, you can see some representation from the Bible. Because Saint Lalibela tried to interpret the Bible into architecture. That's what he has done.
Okay.
So on the first row we have 3 equal windows.
Yes.
This represents the Holy Trinity. And the next one, Latin cross, this represents the coming of Jesus Christ.
Yes.
The keyhole structure represents like the womb of Mary.
I
The
see.
last one is crucifixion.
Yes.
If you remember, when Christ was on the cross, there were two thieves,
Yes.
and one of them was good
Yes.
and went to heaven. This is the arrow. The other one who was mocking went to hell. So this is the way how these churches try to tell us.
So it's interesting how they put the Bible really into architecture.
Exactly.
Even the church interiors were hollowed out from the same rock. The builders have thought carefully about the structural integrity of these constructions, that they still stand strong until today.
We have 72 pillars, both inside and outside, to support this roof. Therefore, they can be sure it is kept well.
I think it's very strong because it's solid.
It is.
For sure.
Plus, these people had used all the techniques to make sure it's safe. Look at the arches, where they injected to carry the weight of the roof.
Each church is intricately decorated with religious symbols. Priests deliver services to the faithful and also act as a guardian of the church. I learned that here, the priesthood can be passed on to one's children. Finally, after navigating a maze of passages, we reach the most iconic church in Lalibela.
You know, this is the most famous church called St. George.
Yes.
And for many people, it is believed one of the 8 wonders of the world.
Yes.
And the most elegant because it is hewn out of a Greek cross shape, both inside and outside.
And it's
It
a
is
perfect.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because you cannot find any defect here.
Right.
It's perfectly designed, executed, as you can see. All details are put in place.
A biblical representation of Noah's Ark, the Church of St. George was dug 40 feet down, skillfully carved from a single unbroken rock. It's an engineering and artistic marvel to behold, and one of the holiest sites you can set foot on.
You can really think about the quality leadership they had. How about organizational skill? Providing the logistic for 40,000 people
Yes.
who have participated in these churches. So to see from today's point of view,
Yes.
they were highly advanced in all these
Excellent.
areas.
For sure.
The sheer enormity of the work accomplished in Lalibela is one that will always remain a mystery for the rest of the world. But for Ethiopians, they only have one explanation, that this is the work of man alongside angels who continue to build through the night as the laborers rested. I was also amazed by the fervor and deep faith that has sustained this congregation for centuries. Visiting Lalibela's New Jerusalem is truly an experience that enriches the soul.